this meeting would be a short meeting only, for I will be asking for an updates with regards to your interview. You have 3 weeks for your interview. That is last week, this week, and next week. You have 3 weeks to do your interview because by November, sorry for the noise, by November 8 to November 19, that will be the making of your chapter 4 and 5. So I'll be calling each of you per group. For example, the group of Kristan, the schedule for the meeting would be a Tuesday, 9, for example, 9, 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So you should be present. All of the members must be present during that day kasi gagawin na natin yung organizing data. No? But first, you have to arrange those answers of your respondents according to what they have said. No? Huwag kayong maglalagay ng add-ons or huwag kayong mag-delete ng ng mga sinasabi nila kasi that would be the basis of your chapter 4. Okay? So, we have here, allow me to share my screen, an example for chapter 4 and its responses. Have you seen? Is it already presented to you? Is it visible now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So this is an example of the chapter 4 as well as the responses of your participants. Okay, so we have here the colors, coding. No? You're going to use coding for your chapter 4 and responses. So we have here the blue for positive, the violet for neutral, and red for negative. But you are going to give some descriptions to this. Why does blue makes positive? According to the responses of your respondents. Okay? For example, you have interviewed respondent 1 or participant 1. So Q1 here depicts question 1. A1 here depicts answer 1. Okay? If, for example, this is the question, this will be the answer of the respondents. No? You should not edit or omit some words. You have to follow what has been said by your respondents. No, ayan may mga taboo words pa na yan, may mga na repeated taboo words pa. Yan ganun. Yan, mga 4. Yan, baka nag-iisip yung respondent during this time. No? Dito, ayan, merong mga nagtagalog, merong mag-Bisaya, merong nag-i-English na. It's okay. No? Ayan, may recycle ble. Ayan, meron yan. Oh. You have to be careful with transcribing it. Now, for example, what question is this? Question 3, then answer 3. So, in chapter 4, dito muna tayo. Ayan. Ayan, yung mga answers na naka-color na yan, ito yung meaning niya, neutral. So, yung answer ng respondent 1 in the first question is neutral. And then, yung answer niya sa question 2 is positive. Positive yung answer niya. Pero hindi dito makikita na negative. Tingnan natin. Ayan, naka-negative. Ayan. So, kayo ang magde-decide kung positive ba siya, neutral ba siya, or negative ba siya. And then, tatanungin kayo, bakit positive ang answer na to? Bakit neutral ang sagot na to? Or bakit negative ang sagot na to? Okay? So, kaya nga, kailangan yung i-record yung mga sinasabi ng respondents ninyo para makuha nyo lahat ng words na sinabi niya or binanggit niya. Okay? So, each question, no, you have 5 questions, right? 5, 6, 7, or 8 questions. So, each question, you have to provide tables, no, in making your chapter 4. This will only be your chapter 4, no? From Tagalog to English. You have already transcribed it. No? Inedit nyo na. Dito na kayo mag-edit. Huwag kayo mag-edit dito sa responses ng respondents. Okay? For example, the question number 1 is, table 1. What is your perception? Wait a while. Accept natin itong isa. So, for example, yung question 1, no, dito sa table 1, i-collect nyo, kukunin nyo lahat ng responses ng participants mo, yung 10 participants na yon na sumagot ng question 1. Iisahin nyo yan siya sa isang table. Okay? Lahat ito ay sagot ng respondents in answering this question. Ayan, what is your perception about ESWM? Tingnan natin. So, R1, we have question 1 and A1. So, my perception is to implement the student about ESWM, halitin natin, program for having a clean and green environment. Tapos kayo, ang gagawin nyo, ganito. So, my perception is to implement the student about the ESWM program for having a clean and green environment. Na-observe nyo ang kaibahan nilang dalawa? Kita nyo ang pinagkaiba ng dalawa? Okay, let's proceed to respondent 2. Doon na naman kayo sa respondent 2. Ano yung sagot niya sa number 1? Kailangan natin maglinis at i-segregate sa tama na basurahan. Ngayon, itatranscribe nyo siya. So, ito yung naging sagot. Yes, we need to practice the ASWM so that our house will be clean. I don't know paano nila ginawa ito. Okay? Next, response 3 or respondents 3. So, my perception about the ESWM program is proper throwing and recycling of garbage. Ayan. The same. R4 or respondents 4. Ayan. So, in my opinion, the ESW aims to promote ecological waste, the ecological usage of solid waste so that we may lessen the use of plastic here in the world. Ito din. Aims to promote ecological waste, the ecological usage of solid waste so that we may lessen the use of plastic here in the world. Okay? Next, R5 or respondents 5. It is to implement to have environment to be cleaner and more organized in school. Yan siya. R6 or respondent 6. Sa akong pananaw kay ang ESWM program kay gina-implement sa atong school para masunod sa students para malimpyo ang school. Naanay nagbisaya. Okay? Dito, my perception about ESWM is to implement to make the students responsible and to have a clean environment. Nakuha niyo? Ayan siya. I-collect niyo lahat ng sagot nila sa question number 1. And then after that, na-collect nyo na-arrange nyo na from respondents 1 to respondents 10, pero hindi tayo magagamit ng respondents, that is participants. So, ang makikita dyan, P, hindi R. So, P1, P2, P3. Okay? So, this one, as you can see, there is a short statement here. Now, this means the analysis of the researchers with regards to the responses of the students. No? Ito yung analysis ninyo. So, you are going to give at least 1 to 2 sentences, no, with your analysis in this table. Sa table 1. Ano yung napansin ninyo? Ano yung na-observe ninyo sa mga sagot nila sa question number 1? Okay? Kulang kulang tong ginawa nilang analysis. It is because we are going to make use of your chapter 2. Okay? We are going to make use of your chapter 2, which is your literature and studies. Related literature and studies. What we are going to do is to correlate your chapter 4 and chapter 2. So after your analysis here, you will be asked to search or find something that is related to your analysis based on your literature. No? So according to, for example, according to Bilandres, no? According to Bilandres 2019, that Ecological Waste Management Program, then what was the idea of Tristan Bilandres? Ganon. You have to get those literature from your chapter 2. Pero kung wala kayong nakita doon na ma-relate ninyo sa table na ito, no, pwede pa kayong magdagdag ng literature, no, dito para may ilagay nyo. Kasi kailangan natin ng supporting literature na magsasabi na itong talaga, yung research nyo talaga is merong problema. Or yung problem niya is nag-exist. Okay? Naintindihan nyo? Ayan, yung table 2 is the question number 2. Yan, i-relate nyo na naman. I-transfer nyo na naman yung bawat responses nila sa question 2. Ayan. Naintindihan?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Is there any more question? Coding tayo ha, coding tayo. Any question?
None so far, ma'am.
Okay. Naintindihan ba kung paano ang process? Okay. So again ha, I'll give you the dates. So last week, no, nag-start kayo sa letter ninyo last week. Then those letters have been submitted to your participants. So starting last week, this week, and then next week, until November 5, will be your interview. Then by November 8 to 19 will be the making of your chapter 4 and 5. Then November 22 to December 3 will be we will be finalizing your manuscript from chapter 1 to chapter 5, as well as the appendices. Okay? So, if fix na yan from chapter 1 to chapter 5. So, by December 3, buo na ang research ninyo. Meron ng cover, meron ng table of contents, meron ng abstract, meron ng references, no? Meron ng acknowledgement, dedication, meron ng curriculum vitae. Yan, naka-attach na yung mga letters na pinapirmahan ninyo doon sa validators ninyo. Lahat ng ginawa nyo sa research, makikita doon sa buong research na ninyo, yung manuscript. Okay? Okay ba? Nagkakaintindihan ba ang lahat? So as what I have observed with your research, no, most of you are focused on perception and coping mechanism. So your research methodologies to be used would be case study. Okay, walang phenomenology, walang historical and ethnography. Wala. So lahat kayo is case study. Okay, kindly review your chapter 3. Ha? Case study ang gagamitin, hindi phenomenology, hindi ethnography, at saka hindi historical. Okay? Case study. Any question? Clarification?
Ma'am, i-repeat ko tong sa dates, ma'am, sa mga meeting.
Okay. Sige, dates. So, last week, November 28, November 28. October 18 to November 5 is your interview. Interview with the respondents or participants. Then, November 8 to November 19 will be your Chapter 4 and Chapter 5 making. You're going to make your Chapter 4 and 5 during November 8 to November 19. Then, November 22 to December 3, we are going to finalize your manuscript. Yung buo na manuscript. Okay? So that by December 8, 9, and 10, that is scheduled for your defense. So I asked already the permission of Sir Vero as well as your the SATL for the senior high school, which is Ma'am Perkins, for you to be excused during online classes. So wala kayong magiging online class nitong December 8 to 10. Okay, 3 days kayong walang online classes. Okay, because that will be your final defense. Face-to-face po yan siya ha, hindi po tayo virtual. Okay, so medyo na ito kasi face-to-face na. Okay lang yung before kasi lang siya, title proposal. No, in-arrange lang ng panel yung title at saka objectives ninyo. Then, the final would be December 8. Buo na. Okay? Yung makikita nila is buo na yung research ninyo. Okay? Kaya nga, i-schedule ko kayo by November 8 to November 22 kung sino yung pupunta sa akin by day. Day by day. Para i-update at matulungan ko kayo on the process of your chapter 4 and 5. Okay? Any more question?
Ma'am.
Yes, Jazz?
Ma'am, sa respondents, good na mo. Ma'am, gi-message na mo tanan, ma'am. Ba, 3 lang gid ang naka-cooperate, ma'am. Wala ang nag-reply ang uban.
Bilaan yung respondent, Jazz?
3 lang po.
Ay, hindi, ang kabuuan.
6 po.
6. Pero wala kayong mahanap na iba?
Nag-message po ako ng iba, ma'am ba? Pero wala mang response.
Sige. Sige lang, kausapin. Yes.
Tapos yung iba mag ano sila nang mahadlok good magtubag, ma'am.
Ang sa'yo madlock magtubag. Maulaw
Dili
sila.
sila ganahan kanang
Ah.
mahadlok sila kay grade 7 ang umahang interviewon good.
Mm-mm. Oo, grade 7, no? Sige lang. Hindi kasi pwede pag 3 respondents lang. Sige lang, kausapin ko yung I'll try to reach the advisors. Sige, sige.
6 dapat gid ang respondents mo na.
Yes po, opo. Sige lang, I'll give you an update, Jasmine and Pau, with regards to your respondents kasi grade 7 yung respondents niyo. How about the other, year level? How about the others? Anong update sa pag-interview ninyo? Naka-start na, okay. How about the others? Sa inyo, sino ito? Jackie Dead?
Pa,
How about sa inyo?
wala pa man si siya sa ako update ma'am, pero murag magsugod naman pod to sila karon ata ma'am or ugma.
Okay, okay. You still have
Di
until...
tubag dayon tanan ma'am.
Sige lang, sige lang. You just have to give time to them. No? Okay. So, you still have until next week pa naman with your interview. So, kailangan natin matapos until next week para hindi kayo ma-pressure by November 8. Ayan, by November 8. Kailangan na kasi lahat na. Kasi pag kaya nito, November 8 ko kayo ipapatawag. So, November 8 to 12, yan yung meetings natin. So, November 15, hindi. November 22 to 26, ipapa-validate ninyo yan sa mga validators ninyo. Then, 29 to 3, yung mga corrections ng validators ninyo, i-correct ninyo yan. At aantayin ko lahat ng manuscript ninyo, yung buo na, by December 6, Monday. Okay, so lahat ng manuscript dapat ma-receive ko na by December 6. Madali na lang naman gawin ang chapter 4 and 5 basta lahat ng responses ng respondents ninyo nakuha nyo. Matatagalan lang talaga kayo sa interview. Pero once nakuha nyo na yung mga responses nila, madali nyo na lang siyang i-work on. No, nakita nyo naman kung paano ginawa nung researcher yung pinisend ko ngayon. Okay? I'll be sending the example sa sa G-Class para kuha ng lahat, ma-upload ng lahat. Kasi kung sa ko isi-send sa GC, no, kagaya ng pag-send ko sa letters, hindi sila naka-download kasi daw hindi ako nag-send. Kasi hindi kayo nag-backread, nag-send ako doon. No, may iba na hindi nag-follow ng cover page. So, kahit nag-send na ako doon, so ngayon, isi-send ko na doon sa Gcash natin. Okay? Para may guide kayo sa research ninyo. Okay? Kindly update me with your interview. Okay na? Klaro na lahat?
Yes.
Okay. I'll just give update for Jasmine and Pauline later on. Okay, so I guess you're done. Bye, everyone. See you on your scheduled